So, a new poll shows how supporting Donald Trump hurts your chances in the dating scene. 43% of people between the ages of 18 and 34 said they would have a more negative view of a date if they voted for Trump. On the flip side, only 19% would view a date more negatively if they voted for Kamala Harris, which means that the right is more tolerant than the left, or that will bang anything, even stupid chicks. Now, I'm no expert in dating. I haven't been on a date since women started having penises. But the bigger picture is how people now attach moral judgment to political alliances, which only seems to go one way. No one ever morally condemns the liberal aunt at Thanksgiving. It's only the conservative uncle. And this trend is everywhere, not just the dating pool. Take a look at our schools. A California teacher allegedly held a mock election and rewarded Harris supporters, kids, with a pizza party. Libs of TikTok obtained a phone call between a concerned parent and the educator. Take a listen.
You had told the class that whoever votes for Kamala will get a pizza party, but those that don't will not be included in the pizza party.
For Harris?
Yeah.
I believe only one period 5, had a majority for Harris.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, and to follow that same spirit, because the Democrats are more for feeding the hungry, free medical care, feed more services, just pay high taxes, that I'll be willing to buy pizza for the class.
So the other classes, because they did not vote for Harris, they're not going to get pizza?
Yeah. Well, they can. They just do what the conservatives do, which pay for yourself.
Amazing.
No problem.
So there's a pizza party just for the Kamala kids, while those Trumpy brats must be punished for holding a different belief. It's ostracizing. But you probably felt it yourself once or twice. I know I have. In the old days, when I was vehemently anti-Trump, I had lots of famous and not so famous friends. Then when I changed, many of them changed too. They dropped me like a hot potato. Or in my case, a gorgeous small fry. Now think about Trump's merry band of motley supporters. Unapologetic free thinkers like RFK Jr., Elon Musk, Tulsi Gabbard. And then think about all the people they pissed off by not taking the easy road and supporting Kamala, but instead backing Trump. Did they lose friends, piss off family? Of course. Now, I often heard Gutfeld's changed. He's not the same guy from the red-eye days. Well, duh. People change, and they should, especially when given new information. I would hate to be the person whose ego keeps them trapped in old, defeating ways because they can't admit that they're wrong. That only makes you bitter and resentful. And if you're one of those people who expect others to stay the same to please your own assumptions, it says more about you than us. Something's missing in your life, and it's bigger than politics. Which is why we can all take a lesson from Trump's pirate ship of supporters, the RFKs, Elons, and Tulsis of the world. They're all vastly different, all previously holding antithetical opinions about Trump, yet unafraid to adjust their thinking and forge their own independent path despite what others may think. It's not easy, certainly not as easy as just avoiding the resentment of others. We always talk about people having FU money, you know, being rich enough so you can say whatever you want. Maybe it's better to have FU friends, being loved and respected enough by so many real friends that you can shed the people who dump you over politics. In time, they'll find out that they need you more than you need them. Thank you. What can I call you? RFK Jr.?
Yeah, or Bobby.
Bobby? I like Bobby. Seems like we're old friends. Bobby, let's go out back and wrestle that cow. All right. This topic, I like this topic because I feel like you know this. You probably experienced conflicts and fissures from family and from friends, right?
Yes.
Care to share any specifics?
Well, I was interested in this because of what the observation you made about that it's kind of a paradox that Democrats see themselves as the party of tolerance. And I think, there's intolerance, there's vitriol, there's poison, there's anger on both sides. But I've found that it's more that the Democrats are much less tolerant of somebody holding different political beliefs. There's the tribalism and the orthodoxies are much more insidious in the Democratic Party. And it's disturbing to me because I think the polarization is the worst thing for our country. And that, we have huge problems in this country, but we also are very resilient, but we're never going to solve them if we're not able to come together. And I think that the Democrats tend to be much more intolerant than
In a box, that you have family, you have job, you have sports, recreation, but for Democrats, politics is part of your identity. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. That's my thought.
There's also, I think that the people who these days who tend to be Republican or conservative are much more inclined to critical thinking. And I think that used to be the purview of the Democratic Party, but you had said before that we left the Democratic Party, that Elon, myself, and Tulsi, I think all of us feel like the Democratic Party left us.
Yeah.
A party of Robert Kennedy, of John Kennedy, doesn't exist anymore. That was the party that was anti-war. It was the party that was against censorship. It was the party that opposed the corporate takeover of our government. Today, the Democratic Party is the party of war. It's the party of censorship. It's the party of Wall Street, of big pharma, big tech, big data, big banking, and the military-industrial complex.
And big butts because of the diet.
Yeah, well,
It's true.
Okay,
Big food.
okay, but all big butts are not a bad thing, Gus.
No, that's true. That's true.
Okay, because people who don't skip leg days. Okay.